Hi guys. I'll wait just a few seconds while people come in. Hey Linda. So my comments are over there, so I'm gonna keep looking over there, guys. So you'll see me head the other way every so often. But I'm watching the screen and me at the same time. But hey guys, I'm Monique Leslie. I'm Misfit Crafter. I run misfitcrafterstudio.com and the misfitcrafter.com blog. Um, I'll do a quick intro while people pop in, waiting for questions. But basically, I have been crafting my entire life, pretty much always crafting, making something. Even before I realized I was scrapbooking, I was making collages, all that kind of stuff. So I've been doing it for quite a while and professionally for about 16, 17 years now. Um, I started way back when basically I had my son and I was up in the middle of the night and I had nothing else to do. So I was up watching infomercials, and one of the first infomercials I saw was about the Cricut. And I was like, oh, what's that? That and embossing powder. I don't know why, but those were the two things that got me started kind of in the professional crafting. It was the Cricut and the embossing powder. I did not jump on buying the Cricut right away because then I saw the sticker price. But I had always had it in my mind. And basically it was nonstop from there. I started just doing lives and stuff like that back when Periscope was around. So I kept doing lives and it blew up. And then I got on design teams and been on a few different ones. Excuse me. And kind of haven't stopped from there, except I did take a kind of little break. I think in between, just with kids and work and everything. So I've been away for a little bit, trying to come back again to doing it professionally, back on some design teams, things like that. Um, but basically, I ended up starting like my own business, just teaching Cricut because people are always asking me, and I was started working for Michaels. So I ended up working for Michaels for about 10, almost 10 years. I was about to hit my 10-year mark in 2021, 2020, 2021. Yeah, 2021 would have hit my 10-year mark, but 2020 happened. And I, from there, started doing classes from home because of 2020. So I started doing live classes online, and I basically shifted my whole business because I used to do classes at the store, and I would do different things for Michaels locally. I'm in Vegas, that's why it's hot and we're in tank tops and everything. But yeah, so I used to go out to events for Michaels locally. I did a couple of like TV spots for Michaels locally on like the little news, well, not little news, but the news channel and stuff like that. And kind of haven't stopped from there. Like I said, in 2020, I pivoted over to doing stuff online. I ended up offering like a free thing during 2020 and on, where it started because my daughter's Girl Scout troop couldn't meet anymore. And during the Girl Scout meetings, because we're a homeschool group, I used to take all the boys or the younger siblings and we do little crafts. So I ended up offering crafts bags just full. I just got a brown paper bag, filled it with a bunch of crafts, designed a whole curriculum of just crafting for 6 weeks that we ended up extending out to about 12 weeks because we ended up stuck a little longer than we thought. Um, but I ended up having bags put out in the front of my door, and I just had people come and grab them. And then every couple of days, we would meet online and I'll do a craft together with the kids. And then I opened it up basically to all of Las Vegas. So we had a few more come in. And then it just kind of went from there, and I just kept teaching online. So now I teach online Cricut classes mostly, but a bunch of other classes as well. And that's what brought me to Elena and doing the Cricut Joy Summit, which is pretty awesome. I'm really glad that we focused on the little machine. I was the same thing. I was the same way when I saw the first time I saw like the Cricut Joy. Uh, I was probably the same thing came to my head that it did for a lot of us. We're like, what are we going to do with that? It's so small. Um, how am I going to use it? And now it seems to be like one of my favorite machines. It's one of my go-tos. It just sits right here on the corner of my desk on a little stool, like a little stand, and I'm able to just pop in something anytime I want. And I was surprised the other day because I like to make labels a lot, so I can just pop in the smart materials and get all kinds of stuff out of it. But I was like, oh, you know what? I kind of need a big um iron on. And so I was like, wait a minute, I don't have to pull out my bigger machine and get all that ready or anything. I can just run it through here. And so it's kind of been a love ever since. I keep using it for all kinds of little things. I was really surprised the other day I had made this little label for the bottle right away because I got it and I was like, I need to mark one for the water and one for I had alcohol in it. And I was surprised that it's been going strong for about a couple of years. There's only a tiny bit of a bleed right there. That's because I got it wet right when it was drying. So that bleed's been there for 2 years, but the rest of it looks pretty good. And this is just using smart materials and the markers on the Cricut Joy. So I love that. But if you don't remember what I made for the event, it is this guy, the Hey Pumpkin sign with our pretty rolled. I love the rolled flowers. These were fun. They're a little time consuming, but they're really fun. And then we just put vinyl. This is the one I actually made on the video. If you've been seeing the ones that are on the all the advertisements, there is another version, but my mom took it. So she already has that, and she claimed it as soon as she saw it. So it went to her, but then I made another one. But we ended up using 2 different types of vinyl. So this one has kind of like this foily textured vinyl. And I will tell you, if you end up using this one and it's from Cricut, make sure you put that make sure you tell it it's a textured vinyl because it will not cut through. And test it before taking it off just in case, because if not, you're going to want to rerun it. And then this one's just a regular permanent vinyl. You can use iron-on if you want to, just so you know. But yeah, so this one was fun. I love doing this. And then I just had some leftover pumpkins that they have every year from the Dollar Tree. And then just different color papers and little inking to put it in there. The fun part really is making these like little swirled centers right here. But they do take a little time, but it's totally worth it because I love the look that they give. The nice texture makes it seem like it's a real sunflower, because I had one time that was like this, and I'm like, I don't remember ever seeing one really dark. And then I looked and like, yep, I had a sunflower look just like this. And if you are still, or if you got the all access, or actually if you go check out my video, you also have an option to grab this. Do you have this one? This other one, the sunflowers. Yeah, this is the other one. This is the home one. This is the daisy. I love the daisy because I ended up with like this, I don't know what paper or why the paper feels so funny, but it's just a regular white textured paper. But then I put the chalk on it. I put pan pastels to make the yellow color, and it feels nice and smooth. It almost feels like real petals, and I love it. And I love the way the leaves are on this one. You can see this. The flowers on this one are so pretty. I love this guy. But then this is the home one. This is the bonus one that you can sign up for still if you want. It's still available on my website. If you head over to my website, you can get the file to make the home part and all that. Thank you. Thank you. I love that one. That one came out so pretty. I want to make something else with the daisies because they're so cute. But you can still grab it still underneath, I believe, still underneath the video replays or the presentation replays still. And it is up on my website. And if you do go to my website, you have an opportunity to get a bunch of other freebies if you become a free member. Membership's totally free on my website. It's just so that I can keep control of where to keep everything for freebies and stuff like that. And the freebie list is just going to keep getting bigger. Every time I make something, I'm like, oh, I got to share it with everybody. Oh, I found this design. Let me share this one with everybody. So you'll find a bunch of stuff on there. Like, for instance, today I was using my free, or yesterday I was using my free planner, my craft planner, because I've seen a million craft planners and they always seem the same and they don't quite fit my needs. So I ended up making one that fit my needs. So I ended up creating this one, and it's free on the website, which is really, really cool. But yeah, you can pick up the free planner on there. It helps you, but there's more pages, not just that one page. Any other questions? Don't have any inks. Can watercolors or pencils be used in ink the petals? Oh yeah. So if you're going to use ink for a petal, let me grab, I was actually playing with the flower because I wanted to see what it looks like. But definitely inks, watercolors, whatever you want. Let me grab this little guy right here and this guy right here. And I do have I got to reach though, okay? If you have watercolors, all right, grab the closest watercolor I have, which is the Faber-Castell Kids one. But so if you have a watercolor, so I have this old kit that I had from the kids, which I love because you could put cartridges in it of watercolor. And it has a little water well, which is awesome. So I have this little water brush. I put up some purple on there. And basically, all I ever do, here's a little flower that I was testing out. I got to redo it. So it's not the best. It's not the best flower, but I'll show you at least how to do the sides. And all I ever do, let me see if I can get this so I can see it. I just do a little bit of pulling on the ends and then with my finger kind of wiping so that it just tints it. It's kind of hard to do it well like that. Let me see. So what I do is I go in on the middle and I just do a light brush out and I pull the ink or the watercolor in the middle. And then I kind of just do a quick little brush out. More or less that you put in there, the more, let me make sure I'm facing it the right way. There. Kind of see the middle. It's kind of messy, but you can do it with anything. If you have just regular inks, let me see one I have here. My old little Tim Holtz tower. But if you're just using one of these and the inks, I do this a lot and I just kind of brush out like that on the edges. And I don't push too hard, so it's just grabbing the edges of each of the flowers. I love making flowers this way. I have a... Oh, I dropped it. I was messing with flowers this weekend, playing with some different flowers, but here's a little chrysanthemum. And you could do this with any size flower, but you see how it just has that petally edge? And you just kind of brush down and it'll start highlighting just the edges of the petals. And I don't squish it in there because then you're just going to color the whole thing and that kind of defeats the purpose of just giving it a highlight. So I just do a little like that. And you see how it's just highlighting the edges of that flower now? Ooh, and I'm really liking that now. So now I have one that I really, really like. But see, it just pops out that color. It just grabs it just a little bit. You can do it with anything. Just try it with any types of different one. I do have a class that I'm finalizing on my website for that as well. Where can people find more of your flower designs? I don't really sell flower designs a lot. Everything I don't sell them, but I can definitely put more up on my website if you guys want to get them. But I do get a lot of mine from Creative Fabrica, which is one of the sponsors, I believe, as well. I love Creative Fabrica to get a lot of things now. When they first came out, I was like, this can't be real. And nope, I went on there. I can't believe how many different flower designs that I found on there. It either gives me inspiration to create my own or change it a little bit. If I don't like something, I'll go in and edit it a little bit. But for the most part, it's where I get them all. I just signed up for that. I get the files and then I teach people more how to make things than me selling things. Because I do have a class that's going to teach you how to make this guy that I'm just finishing up, but it'll teach you how to make the different flowers. And then it's not only teaching you how to make the different flowers, but it's more teaching you the techniques on how to make them pop. So they don't just look like a stiff little flower like this one started off with. So that's why I was experimenting with this one to see what I could do with it and how you guys can change it. So, I mean, I love I love making paper flowers. It's one of my favorite things to do. So that's why I picked that. So you almost notice every time I pick a project, it has some sort of paper flower in it. So I love doing it that way all the time. Any other questions? Believe me, I could talk. It's not a problem, but do you have any upcoming events? I have a lot of classes coming up. I have a live that I'm going to do later on TikTok now that I finally reached 1,000 people. But I'll just be doing some tags later on TikTok. If you want to follow me there, it's misfit.crafter because someone got to my name before. But the rest of the upcoming events, I have 3 different summits coming up. One in October, one in November, and one in December, all at the beginnings of the month. If you want to see what those are, I'm double checking the names in all of them. So I just know that some are Cricut, some are general holiday crafting, stuff like that. But yeah, I have one October, November, and December. Yes, I have a tiny break, but I have to start I'm actually working on all of those now because a lot of the stuff is due way before they even happen. But if you want to see that, you can head over to my website, sign up for the newsletter, or become a member. You automatically get signed up for the newsletter, and you'll hear when all those come out. But I have a few, and I have some fun ideas for those. So yesterday I was kind of thinking, okay, what am I going to do for these ones? And I was like, ooh, this is going to be fun. So I can't tell you what they are though yet, but they are going to be fun. I love. I wish I could tell you. I always want to say it before. I always have like a friend that I always like, hey, guess what I'm gonna do? Or guess what I'm gonna make? But yeah, I can't say it. I can't just tell you that's when they are. But yeah, so you can see like behind me, I have different class ideas that I'm getting ready for on this that board back there, and you can see one of them is the fabulous floral, so you can look out for that as well. And then plus things like mini albums, because I do everything. I'm a general all-around crafter. I can't keep myself in just one thing, but I can tell you that my number one is definitely paper crafting. But I'll end up always presenting you with all kinds of different craft things. Anything from like junk journals, mini albums. So like I have like mini albums that I like to make. These are like little junk journals that I like teaching people how to make. And I only there are products on my website, so I don't want to say I don't not sell anything, but usually I'll sell big batches of things that I show other people how to make. I love making things like these little mini albums. I'm going to have a little quick tutorial coming out for that I'll be filming hopefully today to make this little guy coming out on YouTube. I have all kinds of stuff that I like to do, candle making and scrapbooking and card making and junk journals, mini albums, felt things. Favorite kids craft to teach. Ooh, I don't know if I have it here. There is one that I love. I don't think I have a sample here. But I have this sort of Dreamcatcher-y looking. It's more like a mobile, but we use the Dreamcatcher circle to make it. But we make foxes and unicorns. It's one of the classes that we just finished a couple of them. I have to put some back up for the rest of summer now that summer's coming to an end. But we make this really cute unicorn and fox little like mobile hanging with a bunch of tassels and stuff, and it's so cute. I love doing that one. And I like making we have another class that we do that we use straws to weave. So we make weaved bracelets and belts and things or headbands with them, but we use straws and yarn to make all these little cute bracelets and things like that, a little weaving thing. But those are always fun with the kids. Some of the ones that we had made were like these little cactus, and I'm going to be putting out a series on my website. That was another thing I need to finally finish today. Just on my YouTube, there is actually a series of all of the videos that we did with the kids in 2020, and they're simple supplies. And So if you have any kids and you want to head over to my YouTube, it's Misfit Crafter on there. There's a series of a bunch of classes that you can do one after another that I recorded. Where do you get your supplies? Where's your favorite shop product from, and what is it? Oh, uh, so remember I worked for Michaels for almost 10 years. So most of what I have usually came out of Michaels. If it didn't come out of Michaels, some of it was from design team stuff. Brutus Monroe, one of my favorite places. I've known Christopher from the beginning. Way back when I used to work with him, I was on his design team and I actually helped him. He was going to do a school back then and he blew up. So we put it on pause. But and Amazon, I mean, I'm always on Amazon looking for something if I need to get the latest thing. Unfortunately, because Michael's kind of stopped carrying a lot of the branded stuff. I now only go there like if I need something just for the Cricut and I can't wait for it, or I need like a basic supply, I'll go there. But when it comes to like finding my brands, like I am a We Are Memory Keeper fan, big time. I'll go there. When it comes to Cricut, honestly, I go directly to Cricut.com. If you haven't taken advantage of it, if you're a Cricut Access member, you get a discount every time you buy on Cricut. So anything you get, even if it's on sale or clearance, you end up with an extra discount on top. I think it's like 10%. Even machines and things like that. Even the new one. If you guys haven't seen the new one yet, yeah, that one. I kind of want to get my hands on it. I was kind of iffy back and forth on that one, but they do give you an extra discount if you're a Cricut Access member. But when it comes to Cricut supplies, I tend to go straight to Cricut. But on Amazon, I do like getting, I just pulled them out because I was going to redo my corner. I just got a new computer, but it's way bigger than the other one. So I have to like redo this corner I have on my desk. So everything's moved around. So I keep looking for stuff right now. But I'm like my mats, my pens, my tools for the Cricut, I do get them on Amazon, and I don't always get the Cricut brand. I found it's called I say Do Halou because I just think of Mary Poppins, but it's Doohalo. So far have been my favorite Cricut mats. That and HTV Ront. Both of them make really good Cricut mats. And they make them both for the Joy and the Maker and the Explorer. So the bigger and the smaller mats. My tools, the extra blades and stuff, I will go on there, but I will say check your reviews. If you're going to get tools for your Cricut or mats and things for your Cricut or anything else, really, general rule of thumb is I check my reviews. I make sure I change them to the most recent reviews, because one thing about Amazon is they may be selling you this and it always looks about the same, but they may change whoever their supplier is that's giving you these. So it could have been one from 5 years ago review that it's great. Then if you look at all the recent reviews over the last year, they could be bad, or vice versa. So always check your reviews and make sure they're the recent reviews and make sure it's actually the product they're selling you. Best tip I can give you for that, because I ran into issues like that where it's the same person, the same brand, and like, wow, what's going on? And I'll see that the recent reviews have changed. Doesn't mean it's always bad. It just they might have made a mistake and picked the wrong manufacturer at that time. But yeah, a lot of it's Amazon, hands down. You can get it the same day. I hate to say, like, yes, Amazon basically has taken over almost all of them, but you can get it the same day or the very next morning. And I like that convenience because it's hot here in the summer and I don't want to go outside because it's like, I think yesterday we hit 116. So yeah, I don't want to go outside. It's too hot. So Amazon's my best bet for that. Any last questions? Like I said, I can talk forever. I'm a talker. What's your favorite paper craft after paper flowers? Ooh. I love making stickers. I love making stickers. I'll just make them for the heck of it. I'll make like a batch of like 20, 30 stickers. So I finally started selling stickers on my website. So you can find stickers if you do want to get cute stickers. But I love making stickers. You can tell because look. Here's my Joy. My my little mushy here and my little Deadpool on a unicorn, and then like my decal that I made for the top of him. There are stickers all over everything, which is really bad because I feel like I looks like a dorm room in here sometimes because everything has stickers. I do try now to reserve. I have a little mini fridge over here. Yeah, I have a mini fridge in here. That was like my birthday present my mom bought me. But yeah, mini fridge covered in stickers. I love making stickers. And then I like it too because my daughter started drawing. Turns out she loves drawing. And so I started making stickers of her drawings and we started selling those as well. So if you do head over to my website, there's like a little ghostie on there that she sells. So she makes all the money from that if you want to buy a ghostie. But yeah, so she likes to draw. So I like making stickers out of her drawings. But yeah, it's hard because gosh, the Cricut definitely is a stock one. Temu. Yes, I have shopped Temu. I have definitely jumped on the Temu bandwagon. I just sometimes can't wait. So sometimes I'll check on Temu for a price and then I'll check on Amazon and try to find the same seller and see if it makes a difference in price enough that I should just wait for Temu or if I should go ahead and grab the Amazon. But I have used Temu. The only thing is I try to be very careful. The only thing I really won't buy on Temu sometimes is stamps. Not so much the quality. It's more I'm trying not to get the same stamps that other makers that their either design has been resold or taken. It's the only thing I try not to buy on there, but everything else, like little, what did I get recently? These were on Amazon, but I've seen them on Temu also. But it was like, I'm making a junk journal for, I'm making an Alice in Wonderland junk journal. So I ended up getting like the little, oh gosh, it's gonna be hard. That one fell. I'm trying to find one that you guys can actually see. Well, it's on a that one's on a specialist one, but like all the little charms and stuff that you can get. And I actually have some that look like Alice, the White Rabbit, little teacups that say drink me. It's kind of hard to see those letters. There it is. See, little things like that. I love getting things. Oh, good. My apron caught my one that tried to fall. But I love getting things like that from them. Ephemera, small packs of paper. The paper is okay. I don't always like the paper from there, but sometimes I will get stamps. Stamps will be generic looking stamps, like my mixed media type of stamps. I'll get those, like ink splotches, stuff like that. So I have tried them. I will say that you have to remember that almost everything you're getting from Amazon is the same manufacturers that you're finding on Temu. You're just getting it straight from that manufacturer. So you're getting a big savings, which is awesome, which is also why you sometimes will find that the stamps and things that you get there will be the same stamps you'll get from known artists, but it's because they're made there. So the manufacturer that is making it will sometimes remake it years later and resell it. I just don't like it when it's like a new something that somebody's trying to sell and an artist is trying to sell in the US. So I won't buy it from Temu. But that's about it for the controversy on that one. But yeah, I mean, I love it. The Temu, Wish. I did a lot of Wish before Temu came out. But then it's Temu. My foam. Well, I haven't had to buy foam in a little while because I have one of those giant rolls of foam tape right now. But yeah, looks like we're about end. Is there any last minute questions? I've just tried logging into your website with showing it says I'm already registered, but I don't have a password. Just tell it that you forgot your password. Reset the password. You may have never finished the password option. But yeah, if it's saying you're already registered with your email, just tell it you forgot your password. It'll just send you a relink to forget the password. If not, send me a message on there and I will remove you and then you can like re-register if you want to. But if you just tell it you forgot the password. I've done that before because it does give you the option, if I'm not mistaken, I added it on there, to log in with Google or another account. And I've noticed I've been struggling on some websites like that because it remembers you logging in with your email using your Gmail, but you never actually created a password. So it's a little weird. But yeah, just tell you forgot the password. And if not, send me a message and I'll remove you and you can re-register if you want. You really won't lose anything because all that's new. So I don't think you should have anything on there yet. But if you do, let me know and I'll save your file and send it to you. Yeah. Oh, and on my website, just real quick, there is now with the memberships, we started you have groups in there. The groups are still newer, so they're still getting established. If there's a group you want, let me know. You can join the groups. It's just to talk to yourselves and all that. There's some people that I know that don't like Facebook, and I do have Facebook groups, but some people don't want to be on there anymore or have never been. So I started groups on my website that you can join. And in those groups, there's also live chats that you can join. And we're going to have like live chat events where we're just going to make together and learn something together, free classes together, stuff like that. So if you want to join, definitely head over there. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're heading there. We're about out of time. We're good. If you have any last minutes, let me know. Yay, thanks. Don't forget to check out everybody's presentation today. It's a great opportunity. Thank you, Elena, for doing it again.